Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a review of the S.H.Figuarts Gouraigers Set from Ninpu Sentai Hurricaneger, or you may know them as the Thunder Rangers from Power Rangers Ninja Storm, and there was actually an American release of this. You can probably pick it up on Amazon, I believe. I don't want to be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure there was. But anyhow, like with the Hurricane set I reviewed probably just before this, I'm really excited about these. I love Ninja Storm and Hurricaneger. In particular, I really loved the Gouraigers. They're probably some of my favorite suits in Sentai and Power Rangers, and also some of my favorite characters in Sentai, for whatever reason. But anyhow, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Get the boring packaging out of the way. The coolest thing about it, I think, is the designs they include in the back. I think it looks kind of neat. But other than that, very basic, says Gouraigers Set. You have their symbols around, just some sort of stock footage of them, or stock photos of them on the sides. And on the back, it shows you poses you can do with them. If you pay close attention, I'm doing a really lame version of their back poses, or back of the box poses. So, wow, that's great. But anyway, that's pretty much it for the box, nothing too spectacular. They do come with quite a bit of things, just like the Hurricaneger Figuarts did. As you can see, their accessory tray is quite full. These kind of fell over a little bit, but they have a lot of different hand options, you know, holding their various weapon options, sort of relaxed hands, fists, pretty much any options you could really want. They have their staff weapons here in various variations. You have the ones that you can put on their backs, and you also have the elongated versions as well. They both look very nice. They're pretty basic, you know, just red and black and silver, but still very nicely painted. And then, you know, this is the same, just longer. And then you have their individual weapons as well. You have the Hornbreaker and the Stagbreaker. Let's take a look at them. Hornbreaker here, yet again, very nicely detailed. Figuarts does a great job at that. Very nicely done. And you can also combine them, which is really neat. There's the Stagbreaker in its closed form. So that is very, very cool. Alright, so let me just put these back. Sorry, it's giving me a little bit of trouble down here. And then you have these sort of combined forms and the other forms here, like here, you have it in its out form here for like the combination of the two. So there you got the double gadget. So that's very cool. If you saw in the back of the box, there was actually a photo of them like posed like that, which is really neat. I'm not sure if I'll try to do that or not. And then you have them combining the Stagbreaker here with the staff weapon. Very, very cool. Lots of variety. And then you have their X versions here, which is really cool. So yeah, basically anything you could really want from these, which is always neat. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the figures themselves. We'll start with Kabuto Raiger right here. So very nicely done. I think the head sculpts on these are much improved over the last set. I didn't have too huge of a problem with yellows, but blues was very strange. Sorry about that camera jar. But there is probably some slight proportion issues. You know, maybe his visor's a little thin. But at that point, it feels like nitpicking for me. And other than that, very nicely done, I think. Good job on the details of the helmets. Got the nice shine. The visor shines nicely. And honestly, any proportions issues for me with this feel like a nitpick. They got the color very well done there. The gold here looks really nice off of it. Nice job on it. They do a good job of making it seem like cloth, which is nice. The mesh material here is also still very well done. So, very nice figure. I like how I'm trying to switch to this style of like sort of panning, and then I continuously pick it up like I used to. I'm just trying some new things out. But anyway, the back, there's nothing spectacular. You can obviously put the staff weapon back there if you so desire. But that's pretty much it detail-wise. Very nice looking. I'm only going to go over the articulation for him since they are the same mold. It just seems kind of tedious to go over the articulation for both of them since they're the same. But pretty much the standard. You have the 360 ball joint here. You got this little shoulder piece here, not the pad, but the piece, which is just like the other molds. But still very nicely done. I'm especially not bothered by it in this because the pads cover it up. But yeah, 360 ball joint here, great range of movement. Swiveling here. Double elbow joint here, swiveling at the wrist. Got a nice 360 joint here on his leg, swiveling. Double knee joint. He's got the nice ball joint on his foot. That's a really good joint for the foot, so you can get like a really good range of poses. Then you've got the bendable toes there, and the waist and chest articulation gives you a lot of free range of motion as well, and the head and neck articulation. So very nicely done. This mold, yet again, no loose joint problems. Very pleased with it. In particular, these figures I think have done a very good job. Spoiler alert, I like him as well. But yeah, very nicely done. All the details on them look good. The mold is solid. Great articulation as always. No real problems with it. The shoulder pads here, as you saw, go up. They do feel a smidge loose, and I don't mean loose like cheap in the sense that like if I put it up, it's not going to fall down. But they feel really easy. I'm not sure if that's just me nitpicking or noticing something weird. It's more of a note than anything, but that just seems strange. But other than that, I really don't have any major complaints about this. So now we take a look at Gouraiger, who is pretty awesome. Honestly, probably my favorite of the two design-wise. His head sculpt also very nicely done, I think. I don't really find any proportional issues. I mean, I think if I really looked at it, I could probably find some small ones with the visor and stuff, like I said before. But basically, it would be just a nitpick. I think they did a very good job on it. The navy color of them looks very nice. Yet again, they also get the cloth look very well done. The mesh look as well. Just a very nice looking figure. I really don't have too many complaints about these. I'm pretty pleased with them. On the back there, you can see they can also put the staffs, if you so desire. The articulation on this guy is the exact same as Kabuto Raiger's. The same shoulder pads, same everything. It would be pointless to go over it since they share the same mold. But yeah, that's about it for these guys. I really like these figures. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of their suits and the Gouraigers themselves, so I was pretty excited for them. But they're both really nice Sentai figure arts. As always, figure arts do have great articulation, and these molds, I have not had any problems with the Hurricaneger series mold being loose or anything like that. So very nicely done. These figures look really nice. There's no paint mistakes. The proportion issues are pretty much non-existent in terms of anything, really. So I really like them. If you're a fan of the Thunder Rangers or the Gouraigers, I can definitely recommend them. I really like these guys quite a bit. I might have a tinge of bias because of my favoritism of the suits and whatnot, but otherwise, really cool figures. I really like them. Like I said, there is an American release, and pretty much the only difference is the packaging, so either way, however you decide to pick them up, you can't go wrong. Really dig these figures. Alright, that about wraps it up. Until next time, make sure you check out the Crazy Podcast at WritersRangersRambles.com, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, it's Dawson Rider, signing out.